Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to do this reading today because I do feel like, at least for me personally, a lot is coming up to be observed. Not really anything that needs to be done or even felt. I'm quite an emotional person, and it hasn't come across very emotional. It's come across very like, hey, don't leave the remnants of these things behind. Make sure you integrate them and allow them to show you what is kind of remaining to be processed so that we can move forward. That's kind of the energy I've been getting. So if you're in that spot too, I'm with you. Anything else off the top of my head? I don't think so. But after this, I will be doing some good self-care, some journaling, meditation. I do believe that there's a lot of energy up here in my head that needs to be grounded. So if you feel the same way, I hope that you get a chance to also find time to kind of ground and reconnect in your body and bring those energies down and process them in a way that is embodied and integrated, so that you're not having to stay in your head. And you know, sometimes things just need to be felt. Energy just needs to be felt. Even if it's not emotional, it just needs our attention sometimes. So with that, I'm going to do a reading of the energies for today. We're going to do overall our current energy, recent past, near future, and current unseen, but at play kind of deal here. So let's go. Hope you guys are all doing well. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, how this energy is affecting you. Please make sure to leave a thumbs up. I really want to be able to grow my channel, so it means so much to me if you were able to extend that support with a thumbs up, a subscribe, and even a comment. Something as small as a little heart could go a long way, so I appreciate anything that you're available to share. Let's go overall energies. Six of Swords, our current energy. Nice. Knight of Swords and Page of Wands. Ooh. Ooh. I will remind you, I'm not I don't consider myself to be a tarot reader. I consider myself to be an energy translator, a pattern recognition enthusiast, very much like ontology. I love ontology is like the philosophy of being, and I love that. But when I do my work, I am tapping into energies that I feel and that are creating some sort of belief system or patterns that create some sort of energetic incongruence with where we want or where you want to go. So I do pull tarot, but I do want to just preface that a lot of my messages are coming from a place of just wanting to support you and bring attention to common energetic patterns or ways of thinking that we can release and let go of, so that we can continue to connect to ourselves, love each other. That's the goal. Alright, so for recent past, Ace of Cups, near future, Judgment, and what we don't see is the Page of Pentacles. So let's start with the Six of Swords, though. I do feel like this is deeply connected to the idea of, you know, let's leave the past in the past, but let's not forget what we've learned. So it's like this understanding of what we're observing in our head is very useful for the way that we're going to act as life now unfolds. So it's not that we're leaving the past without embracing our new sense of self. It's leaving the past because we're going to make new decisions moving forward. So that's the Six of Swords. And I clarified it with the Three of Wands, and that's the action. That's the future is now. We are going to act in alignment with that version of ourselves now, and we're going to take those things that we have integrated, that we've observed, that we've witnessed within ourselves, within our thought patterns, within our experiences, and we're going to be able to apply them different. So whether that's a friendship that has shifted because you learned reciprocity, or you learned something around what you need in a friendship, and now you're applying that, and so new connections are coming in, and they're going to ask you to be more acting out of the awareness you already have instead of learning the awareness. Yeah. Knight of Swords, Page of Wands. That's our current energy. So the energy of us specifically, and you specifically, is very much like, let's take this information and move and create with it instead of abandoning ourselves in it. There's this sense of like, similar to this overall energy, it's very much like, let's take what we've learned and apply it, not abandon the inner masculine within us that wants to act in alignment and use discernment and devotion to be congruent with our future vision, our desires, our feelings, our visions. I don't know if I said that already. But there is a sense of moving forward. It's just, now that you already have the awareness, how are we going to apply that? And the Page energy gives me this, like, this is a fresh start. You're learning, you're practicing. And you're also, with the Chariot, also, I pulled the Chariot as well. It's like, you no longer have to act impulsively or have a decision right away. This is about allowing time to be there, just like allowing time to pass, allowing it to be what it needs to be, so that we can move in the way that we need to move, rather than trying to control the element of needing those answers, needing understanding, needing to have some sort of conclusion so we can stop feeling what we're feeling. This is new. We are actually utilizing time as a tool to be able to be safe within the I want to say ambiguity, but it doesn't seem ambiguous. It's like, I'm now safe to kind of allow things to unfold rather than impulsively try to make sense of something. Recent past, Ace of Cups. Okay, there might be some sort of, you might have already had or are currently experiencing like some sort of reminiscence or emotional either release or what's the word? Clarity, emotional clarity. And with that, it came with you having to sit with the understanding and the reality of what is now. It's kind of the energy. And if you haven't experienced that yet, this is like almost a message of like, okay, let's do that. Let's sit in what we are maybe avoiding, maybe not allowing our minds to conceptualize and connect to how we feel, so that we can have this new beginning, because it's clarified by the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. But the energy that I'm feeling is very much like, oh, I did use a friendship relationship example. So this energy kind of could connect with that. So if you've learned something about yourself within connection, this is about reevaluating and taking our time with the Four of Swords. Like I said, our energy, taking our time to be able to know how we want to show up in these connections moving forward. How much are we going to emotionally invest, and are we allowing things to kind of play out to be able to discern how much our investment is going to be? We don't have to give all at once. There is power in being able to contain our energy sacredly. I don't think I've ever said sacredly, but that's the word that's coming to mind. We don't have to overgive in order to receive, and creating space in our life for things that are more fulfilling does not equate to loss. It's the element of trusting that that space will be filled with this Two of Cups energy. So if you have, or if you haven't, just ensuring that you're coming back to yourself, evaluating where you're at, allowing yourself to feel what needs to be felt so that you know what to do moving forward, but not abandoning yourself in your feelings, or not abandoning yourself in your thoughts either. There's like some sort of understanding between the mind and the heart that have to be able to work cohesively for us to be able to have that discernment and that honesty within ourselves. Page of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay, Page of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. This energy I'm getting is that you may have already started taking that action or making those changes, grounding that energy of internal clarity, internal trust, knowing what you want in your new emotional beginnings. You may have already started taking the action towards that, but not in like big gesturous ways, but in ways that allow you to utilize your awareness and understand and discern what actions you're going to take or not take. It's also a sense of awareness of what you're investing versus what you are not investing into certain situations. But the energy you can't see is that those small things that may not actually be visibly giving you some sort of conclusion or answer yet are doing the work. Those seeds are planted, you already know what you want, and it's just about allowing that time to pass, allowing your trusting things to be shown when they are meant to be shown. But it's not that you're not doing the right thing, it's that you're not getting immediate validation of the things that you are doing. And so trusting yourself at every step of the way is going to be key. Because you just can't see the effects of the changes you're making or the actions you're taking in alignment with that awareness yet. Judgment in the future. Yeah, whoa, okay. Near future was Judgment, Magician, King of Cups, and Six of Cups. And on the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. The energy I'm getting here is that even though you can't see what's growing from your discernment as of yet, your awareness as of yet, or the moments that you take just a little bit of time to reconnect to yourself, you might not, like, even though you can't see that yet, it is happening, and you're going to find yourself either not particularly repeating a cycle, but becoming more confident in your decision to understand if your feelings are being matched with what you're experiencing, and if not, what needs to happen in that space. But you are attracting connections that are going to allow you to embrace these new parts of you and be loved for who you are. It's almost like this feeling of you're learning more about yourself, you're learning about who you want to be in connection and who you are to the world and to life and yourself and what that means, and the connections that you're attracting, the new experiences that you're going to have are going to be aligned with this version of yourself, because there's an element of unconditional love that you're instilling within yourself. And so being able to move forward with that discernment is allowing you to then be more picky but specific or discerning in trusting your ability to make those choices of, is this aligned with where I want to be? And as you move through that and practice that, the energy is going to immensely improve your ability to trust yourself, to emotionally show up for yourself. And I say emotionally, but also feelings. I see feelings and emotions quite different. Like, feelings could be like the little like tingly things that you like feel in your body, or the energy. It's like when your head feels really heavy or things like that. Those to me are feelings. Emotions are like the expression of like crying and anger and frustration and how they want to be expressed. But feelings, like I do feel like, are in the body. And so again, as you get more connected to those elements and parts of yourself and more confident in your ability to receive them and listen to them and hear them and discern them and act on them, you're going to find that your connections are going to significantly change and allow yourself to be more prominent in your boundaries, but also more prominent in your ability to invest in things that are reciprocal. So that's going to be beautiful, and it is beautiful. It already is, and I think that's already your intention. So I don't think that this is new information, which, I mean, for some may be disappointing, but it is confirmation of like, this is where you're headed. This is what you're creating for yourself, and your confidence in that is going to be built through the relationship that you have with your inner sense of trust and connection. Anything else you need to know? Ace of Wands and King of Pentacles. The energy I'm feeling here is just like, really allow yourself to feel grounded in who you are. Like, knowing who you are, what you have to offer, the value you bring into your connections is going to be a really monumental way of moving through life when it comes to choosing what you want to invest in, and also choosing what you want to create with your life. How do you want to express yourself? Who do you want to be? What do you want to say? What do you want to feel? Like, but in order to do that, there's an element of continuously coming back to the self, listening to yourself, listening to the fears that come up. Like this morning, I was in a place where I was like, having to be really honest with myself, because I was feeling things a lot and I didn't understand what they were. So I sat down and I became quiet. And the first thing that came to mind is the thought of, sorry, I'm blanking, or why am I so easy to lose? It was like the core fear and the core doubt that I was feeling. And then I sat with that and I allowed myself to investigate that. And there's still some things I need to go through further with that, but that's the process I use is, get quiet, listen to myself, remind myself that these things exist, but they're not true. And I now have the ability and the capacity to give myself what I need in order for those things to be loved and healed. So I hope this message serves you. Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, leaving behind the things that are no longer serving us. I hope this message serves you. I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up, a subscribe, and a comment below. I'm really excited. I say this, I feel like I say this in every video, but I'm excited for you. This is really beautiful. It's slightly different than the energies that we've been talking about in the past couple days, but please let me know if it resonates. Let me know what part of it resonates or what you've been moving through. I'd be happy to reply to any comments that come through. Yeah, I am sending you so much love, and I will talk to you all soon.